Did we just witness the best promo of the year? Hello, it is I, Hades, and today we're going to be talking about the very, very powerful promo between Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy. Now, Raw was jam-packed full of stuff yesterday. It was honestly a pretty good episode. Just a lot of stuff going on. We had Drew declaring that he's going to be in Money in the Bank. But then Adam Pearce was like, you're not getting a spot for it. And then, you know, they had their whole thing. But now there's going to be a Money in the Bank qualifier next week between Sheamus, Ilya Dragunov, and Drew McIntyre on free television, which is wild. That match is going to hit hard. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be good. We also had the Judgment Day stuff, which is very interesting, which is it's honestly funny. It's been really funny. But I do want to applaud WWE on one thing, that they're actually having Liv have a feud with Zelina Vega whilst in this, you know, in this like storyline with the Judgment Day. So, you know, it's not like, oh, well, the women's championship is just not being, you know, used and talked about and she's not defending it, yada, yada, yada. But now it seems like she is going to be in a feud with Zelina Vega, probably going to be her next challenger for that championship, which I'm excited for. I like Zelina Vega a lot. And they had a little promo battle on Raw, which Dominic came out and Rey Mysterio came out. Now Dominic and Rey having a WrestleMania rematch. We also have new tag team champions, the Judgment Day for the 50th time. But with the help of Liv Morgan, it makes that whole storyline much more interesting. There's a lot going on. Seth and Damian Priest added some stipulations to their match at Money in the Bank. If Seth loses, he cannot challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship again. I don't know if that's when Damian Priest has it or just ever. And if Damian Priest loses, he has to leave Judgment Day, which is going to make that match much more interesting for a lot of people, me included. Even though I knew that match was probably going to be awesome, to be fair. Damian's very good. Seth is always good. Going to be a solid match. Their last match that they had was really, really good. So yeah, to talk about what I want to talk about, my favorite part of the show, obviously, was the promo segment between Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy. Now, to lead up into it, Chad Gable was in the ring after his match and the lights went out. Fog started coming up. Nikki Cross or Abby, we don't really know what the Wyatt Sicks names are right now. I'm just going by what they were called on the Firefly Funhouse, so we're gonna call her Abby. She came from under the ring, crawled towards Chad. Chad was like nope, and ran away, as he should. But then she had a box and walked it over to the commentary table and gave it to Michael Cole. And we would find out later what was in the box was a VHS tape, and then on VHS tape was a conversation that starts out with Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy is on the screen. He is talking to somebody, but we do not know. And then we see that it's Bo Dallas. Now, we know that Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. So that makes this whole thing very interesting as to what they're doing here. They're humanizing Uncle Howdy. It's not like some supernatural being. This is a good way to humanize Uncle Howdy. Now, Uncle Howdy asked some pretty hard-hitting questions. The first question that was very hard-hitting, that I think a lot of people had a pretty, like, I think everyone who was watching was like,
how did it feel when your brother died?
Was one of the questions, was the first question he asked, really, after Bo Dallas was shown. Obviously, Bo Dallas nailed this so well because that was real emotion. This is how he really feels about his brother. If you watch the documentary, these are word for word, basically what he said during that documentary about Bray, that he wanted to be like his brother. He loved his brother. It hurt. I'm not doing it justice through this. I would definitely suggest to watch it. I'll put it in the description below so you can watch it if you decide to watch this video. But another question that Uncle Howdy asked, which I found interesting because it was definitely a poke at the people online saying these things, and the question was,
don't you think you're exploiting your brother's legacy?
People were saying that. There are people who were definitely saying that they felt that the WWE were exploiting Bray's legacy after he passed away, trying to make a quick buck off of it and all that shit that people just be saying to just say shit online as per usual. And what he says to respond to this question is so good. You know, he didn't want people to forget. They wanted to forget. He didn't want people to forget. They wanted to forget about Bray. He didn't want Bray to be a mausoleum. He didn't want what Bray believed in, what he worked for, how hard he worked on. He didn't want people to forget about it, but they wanted to forget. That's what he kept saying, that they wanted to forget him. They wanted to forget us. When he says us, he's talking towards Uncle Howdy. And then at the end, he says, we made them remember. And man, I can't get over how good this was. We made them remember. And then Uncle Howdy said, yes, we did. Like, they're gonna murder more people. A lot of people are gonna die. No. Man, it was so good. And I'm not doing it justice talking about it, obviously, because there's just so much. It's such a good video that you need to watch it to really understand and feel how I feel right now, how a lot of people are feeling about it, because it's getting praised a lot, which it should. And what I'm hoping for is that WWE does this with the rest of the Wyatt Sicks, because humanizing them makes them easier to book, a little bit easier. I think it's kind of hard still booking characters of that nature, honestly, but it definitely makes it a little bit easier. It makes it a little bit more relatable. These people got drove to these. We want to know what drove the Wyatt Sicks to be the Wyatt Sicks. We know why Bo Dallas now did what they did on Monday, the massacre. We know we know why he did it, essentially, and why he's doing what he's doing with this Uncle Howdy character. But I would love to know the goals and the reasons as to why Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, and Nikki Cross are also part of this Wyatt Sicks now. What brought them in? I'm assuming there's going to be reasons to it, and I think we're going to get more of these promos of them talking to each other in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it doesn't have to be like the sit down like Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy, but like something to give us a look behind the mask, because we already know who they are behind the mask, but we want to know why. What brought them to Uncle Howdy? What did Uncle Howdy promise them by them joining the Wyatt Sicks? You know, there's a lot that we want to know, and I hope that WWE is like really thinking about that, and they're going to do that to make it even more interesting, to know why they're doing these things they're doing, and then we can know the reasons as to why they are attacking people, certain people, and they don't even need to really explain it. You know what I'm saying? I think right now, that promo with Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas was insane, so good. Please go watch it, because I did not do it justice. I just wanted to talk about the questions and like what I thought about it, but please go watch it if you have not. And I would love to know your thoughts and your theories as to what is going to happen with the Wyatt Sicks. It seems like Chad Gable is definitely their target for right now. What that means in the future, I do not know. It seems like Chad is trying to instill the help of the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile, which is interesting because Ivy was like friends with Maxine. But it seems like he's trying to instill the help of them because the Alpha Academy doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. So it's going to be interesting if that's going to be the way or what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't think anyone can really guess. And I think that's awesome because we don't really know what they're planning. But I do hope that WWE sees the success and how much people loved this sit down with himself, Uncle Howdy with himself, and explaining just what their motives are. So yeah, man, I'm excited. As you could tell, I love the Wyatt Sicks. This is awesome. I love shit like this so much. God. But thank you for watching, listening to me yap again. I had to talk about it. I wanted to tweet about it, but you know, I'm not paying for Twitter Blue, and you can only do so much with the characters they give you. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more yap sessions about anything that I find interesting. That is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.